Good evening, dear students. Um, in previous class, as you know, that we are discussing about 3 mark questions. That is 28th question we are discussing, and that the pH value of 4 substances are given respectively 5, 12, 8, and 9 respectively. Arrange them in a increasing order of their hydroxyl ion concentration. So we have arranged it, wherein we discussed that 5 is acidic, wherein 8, 12, and 9 respectively are basic, and the mouth, the the value of 5 indicates the acidity, and which is responsible for the tooth decay, the pH of 5, right? This all things we have discussed in previous class in detail. Next question, write the functions of the forebrain, midbrain, and the cerebrum in the human brain. That also we have discussed. Next, 30th question, the molecular formula of 3 fatty acids A, B, and C represent the oil or fat is C12H29COOH, C15H29COOH, and C16H29COOH. Which of these is derived from alkane, alkene, and alkyne? Okay, so let's try to see that. So we know that as far as alkane is concerned, I just change the color of it. Yeah, as far as alkane is concerned, alkane, you know that general formula of the alkane is CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of alkane, you know that. And we need to know that, so which is derived from the alkane, alkyne, and alkyne. Okay, for example, first one we will see C12. Suppose C value if we take as a 12, so how it becomes C12 H2 into, okay, 2 into 12 plus 2, so that becomes C12 H2 12 to the 24 plus 26, C12H26. So what is the first value? The first value will be C12H29COOH, right? You can see the C12H29. So C12H29COOH. So here you can say that, look at here, the first value is C12H29COOH. So we can write C12H29COOH. This is the functional group, right? Carboxylic acid. So C12H29, so we call it as, this is alkane, right? Alkane. Got it. And next we see next value is given C15H29. This value, sorry, this value C15H29COOH. So let's try to see that. We see alkene CnH2n, alkene. So C15H2 into 15, right? So C15, sorry, C15H2 into 15 is 30. So actually that in a question it is just given improperly, that is it should be 30. So C15H30 COOH, this is called, you can say that C15H30 COOH. Okay, this is called alkene, right? Look at children, this is given for the 3 marks, so here we got 2 marks. So very simple, but if you know the formulas very well, you can easily solve it. So this is called alkene. And next C16 is given, so we say that alkyne. General formula of alkyne is CnH2n minus 2, correct? So here is given 16, right? C16 H2 into 16 minus 2. So C16 H, I'll just write it neatly. So it becomes C16 H 2 into 16 minus 32 minus 2 is 30, C16 H30, right? So formula will be C16 okay, formula will be, it becomes, C16 H30 COOH. This is alkene, it's not alkene, it's alkyne, right? So you know that. One more thing, the next question is asked here is see, just now we found out C12H29 COH is alkane, C15H30, right? It becomes 30. Here it becomes 30, correct? So C15H30 COH is alkene, and C16H30, this is also becomes 30. So C16H30 COH is called alkyne, right? This we know that. Here we have written. One more sub question asked in that is which of them becomes rancid earlier? How we can increase the shelf life? Okay, so which is becomes rancid earlier? You know that alkanes and alkenes and alkenes are, you know that, saturated compounds, right? Alkane and alkenes are saturated compounds, right? Wherein alkynes are unsaturated, right? Since the alkynes are unsaturated, so C16 we can write as C16 H30 COOH, right? Becomes rancid, okay? Earlier means earliest. So you can say that C16H30 COH becomes rancid earlier, right? And one more sub question in that is how we can increase the shelf life it. So its shelf life can be increased by, you can write down, its shelf life can be increased by, okay, shelf life can be increased by converting it into saturated fatty acid, okay, we can convert into by saturated fatty acids, we can increase its shelf life. So this is 3 mark question is got over. And 31st question, a tall plant with the flowers TTRR is self pollinated. This is this question. As far as this question is concerned, you kindly consult to your biology teacher so that she can explain you very clearly about this. On 32nd question is also, it is extended exempted question. So we shall not discuss here. So next we can see the 33rd question, 33, question number 33. So let's try to see question number 33. Explain the 3 types of decomposition reaction. This is also exempted question, you know that. Exempted, it comes from exempted chapter. So this question also we are not going to discuss today. So next, 5th main 4 mark questions. Draw the diagram showing the structure of human alimentary canal and label the following parts. So this question is also related to the biology. So wherein you need to draw the neatly the alimentary canal of the system, digestive system, in that tongue, starting from the tongue, mouth, okay, mouth cavity, esophagus, diaphragm, and gallbladder, bile duct, liver, pancreas, appendix, okay, and stomach, small intestine, large intestine, okay, and which ends with the anus, right? So you can write that, you can draw it neatly, and then sub questions are asked here. The part of which store bile juice. So liver is a part in a body which stores the bile juice, okay, this you know that. And then one more sub question is there. The longest part of the alimentary canal, longest part of the alimentary canal is small intestine, okay, small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal, okay. So next, the question is question number 35, okay. So what this question is all about. How did Mendeleev arrange the elements? He left empty places in his periodic table. Why? Explain the limitations of Mendeleev's. Explain the limitations of the Mendeleev's classification. This we have discussed long back in our classes, and in a previous question paper also we have discussed. But we can discuss right now about this little. So, how did Mendeleev arrange the elements? We can say that Mendeleev arranged the elements based on the Mendeleev's periodic table, right? Mendeleev's periodic table. And we can say, kindly write down if possible. Mendeleev arranged the elements based on the Mendeleev's periodic law. He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass. Increasing order of their atomic mass. Grouped the elements with similar properties in one group. When arranged like this, he obtained the table consisting of rows and columns, right? This is a theoretical part question. I just read it once again. Kindly write down very neatly. The 35th answer is Mendeleev arranged the elements based on the Mendeleev's periodic law, comma, or make a para and write down. He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass. Increasing order of their atomic mass. Grouped the elements with similar properties. Grouped the elements with the similar properties in one group in one group. When arranged like this, he obtained table consisting of rows and columns. Rows and columns. Continue. He left empty spaces in his periodic table for the new elements to be discovered. He left empty spaces in his periodic table for the new elements to be discovered. Full stop. Continue. As they were not discovered during his period. Next, limitations. Next side heading, limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. First point, position of hydrogen was not suitable. Position of hydrogen was not suitable. Position of hydrogen was not suitable. First point. Second point, position of isotopes. Position of isotopes not clearly mentioned. Position of isotopes was not clearly mentioned. Okay. And third point, there is no regular increase in the atomic mass of elements. Therefore, it is difficult to imagine how many elements are there between between two elements. Children, let's try to discuss something about this answer. You know that when elements are started arranging by the scientist, so the Newland law of octaves, we know that based on the musical notes, the Newland arranged the elements. That too we have discussed in previous class that. And then the elements are arranged by satisfactorily by the scientist whose name is called Mendeleev. And also you know that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic mass. That is a law which is given by the Mendeleev. And children, you know that Mendeleev has arranged the elements satisfactorily at that time, and he was one of the well-known chemists. But eventually he failed in arranging the elements due to the reason that he has arranged the elements based on the atomic mass. And at the end, modern periodic table, you know that their elements are arranged in based on their atomic number. Then this problem was satisfactorily solved by the chemist. As far as Mendeleev periodic table is concerned, even he has cited that finding of new elements in future, and he has kept some gaps in order to fill those elements in the future when they get discovered, right? So but why the Mendeleev failed actually, right? He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses, as you know that, and he obtained a orderly arranged element table consisting of rows and columns similar to the modern periodic table. But he has failed eventually. The reason behind the position of hydrogen was not satisfactory explained by the Mendeleev. You know that why? Because he has kept only one place for the hydrogen, but hydrogen has isotopes. Isotopes in the sense which has the same atomic mass number, okay, which has same atomic mass but different atomic number, right? So for example, isotopes of a hydrogen, which is a normal hydrogen, deuterium and tritium, right? So these are the isotopes. And as far as one more example, if we say that carbon, we can say that C11, C12, C13, C14 are the carbon isotopes that was not arranged properly in the periodic table. So first limitation of the periodic table was position of the hydrogen was not satisfactorily explained by the Mendeleev. It does mean that position of the isotopes not clearly mentioned by him, by the Mendeleev. And then there is no regular increase in the atomic mass of elements. Therefore, it is difficult to imagine how many elements are there between two elements. There is no regular increase. There was atomic masses. You know that he arranged the elements based on the atomic mass, but not in a regular increasing order. Means one atomic mass is 29, means another atomic mass will be around 45, something like that. So actually, in between two elements, so how many elements will be there, that we couldn't able to understand. So that is also one of the limitation of Mendeleev's periodic table. So because of these limitations, Mendeleev periodic table has lost his existence, which will be rectified by the modern periodic table, which was arranged based on their atomic number but not on their atomic mass. So this is the 4-mark question, right? So children, in today's class we have discussed one 4-mark question and 3-mark question, and rest there's another question, that is the calculation of the resistance. So it takes little time, so we shall continue in the next class. And frequently I'm just going through the, when I observe, so only 16 17 views that I could able to see, so that very less number of students are attending the online class. Children, I told you many times, my intention is to make a video is you can watch this in your leisure time whenever you are free, and I think that you will use it, and means you take advantage of it, and which is very helpful you in solving the question paper. But it's very sad to say that you're not at all serious about your examination. Only one group 16, another group 17, means only just half of the students are viewing the videos. Rest I don't know. I don't think if you do like that you are going to pass through the examination. Whole day you'll be free, and if you don't do your work, please do not expect that you are going to pass through the examination with a good result. And if you are in still dilemma that the exam is going to cancel so that we all can get pass, so this is not going to be happen. This is cleared by the respected education minister that they're not going to cancel the board exams of 10th standard like CBSE and ICSE. They are firm in their decision, and definitely they are going to set the question paper. Don't think that due to corona you will get a very easy question paper, you pass through the, you will take 90 plus marks in the all the subjects. Don't try to build castles in the air. Last time also the same mistake was done by the children, and you know everything, you know the result. Maximum number of failures we got last year because they didn't take their examination very seriously. Even some of the distinction students also got failed in 1 and 2 subjects, and that the same kind of mistake even you people are repeating. I don't know what is the consequence of it, but as your teacher I'm just suggesting you, still there's a time, there's no time, kindly utilize your time, and please be careful. Don't take your examination and your life very lightly. It's your future. If you want to get success in your future, you ought to score very good marks in the examination. Otherwise you're just going to ruin your life in spite of all the efforts of the our headmistress, and even the all the efforts of our especially the teachers. Everything is goes in a vain. Everything becomes null and void. and the final result, which will be very much disappointing. So it doesn't matters to us so how many get pass and how many get fail, because it's we did our duty, but you're not doing your duty properly. The whole day you are at house and simply you are wasting your time like anything, and you know that the next year probably the government announces the examination date, and don't think that they'll give the 2 3 months time to study. No, suddenly within 10 15 days they'll arrange the examination timetable and they'll give the release the timetable. After that it's very difficult for you to prepare yourself. So kindly take your examinations very seriously and kindly solve the question paper, and read thoroughly the textbook of all subjects and solve the question paper, so you can have a better grip on your subjects. So I think it's enough for today, so we shall continue in the next class. Okay, then take care and bye bye.